completely in your mind from the initial days that I should be in data engineering, and that is it is a growing and booming field.
The idea of finding patterns, like optimizing systems and working with the things
Hmm?
that have a direct impact on the business. That
Okay.
curiosity naturally pushed me towards, like, I never quit. I treated them as a lesson. Like first time when I got a lot of scared, like while attending the interview, right? I don't know, like
Mhm.
every rejection make me a clear roadmap and of how, like, what to improve. Like I overcome my fear first in the first interview, then the second.
How important is in your role do you see coding compared to problem solving skills? Coding is very important in data engineering.
Both are important, but problem solving takes the lead.
You work in daily basis on data engineering, and there you would also like to ensure the data quality is being maintained while dealing with massive, complete set or complex set of data sets. So how do you ensure that data quality is at the point and at the center? So how much do you think that a candidate's background in SQL, DSA, and system design really matter in the interview rounds? Do they ask a lot
So
of these things?
it really matters, but differently. Like SQL is
Hmm.
not negotiable.
What's the single most important piece of advice you would give someone from a non-tech background? They want to trying times AI would be a threat to their data engineering role that you are currently working
So like
with. So Vani, tell me one thing. What does a senior data engineering day-to-day typically look like? What do you do? What do you guys do?
so
Hey everyone, we are back with a new video, and
yeah.
today we have a new guest, Vani, with us, and she is a senior data engineer, have a vast of experience. Today she will be talking about the field that she is in. I will not take much of the time, and I'll hand over the speaker to Vani. Vani, most welcome to this podcast on All About Success, and over to you about your introduction, anything that you can share with our audience about yourself.
Thank you so much, Jai. I was like really grateful for giving this opportunity. Actually, I already said you, I'm not a very successful person. I just got my first step towards my company after my education. That is what I can say. I don't know whether it is success or not, but I'll share my journey all over there. And yeah, this is Vani. I am from Tirupati near Andhra. Like most of the people might know that place because Tirupati is like famous temple. Like I completed my BTech in Mother Teresa institutions
Mhm.
from Triple E, like with an aggregate of very bad percentage, that is 85, and I got placed into the Tiger in my campus placements, and now I am here. I was working as a senior data engineer in Tiger Analytics.
Okay. So, what made you pivot to data engineering role? Was that completely in your mind from the initial days that I should be in data engineering, and that is it is a growing and booming field? So, what made you come to this field?
So, like, honestly, while studying Triple E, like, it is like totally different from the data engineering, right? Triple E is like a core. I realized I was more like drawn in towards problem solving with data. I like the
Hmm.
idea of I really love the idea of finding patterns, like optimizing systems and working with the things
Hmm.
that have a direct impact on the business. That
Okay.
curiosity naturally pushed me towards the data engineering. That's how I went to that role. Anything from the data, like I love playing with data. Either it is data science or data engineering or data quality, anything. Like I love playing with the data.
So something with numbers, and you
Yes,
you have an inner drive that I want to make some impact for the business for my team, and I think that motivated you, and everything that
yes,
comes from within should be pursued.
yeah, yeah.
And looking back, what's one skill that you find from your non-traditional background that gives you an edge in data engineering that you feel that yeah, that was one skill that took me ahead, and today where I am is actually because of that skill.
So I'm not going into the more technical way. Like I would say, it is like analytical thinking. Like in Triple E, we always break down the circuits and systems into the smaller
Right.
bricks, right? So my
Mhm.
mindset of breaking the bigger problems into smaller, like, that makes the solvable units gives me an edge. Like when I design data pipelines or optimize the workflows, that like making the bigger problems into smaller pieces and making it into the big one. That like the way of converting in electrical circuits to this analytical thinking, that was motivated me a lot. Like that is the one skill that I was even keep on working on now, right now also. Even from triple E to now, I just love the way of taking the seeing the problem.
So breaking down the complex aspect into simpler things is what fascinates you, probably completely. Like my next question would be, what's the single most important piece of advice you would give someone from a non-tech background? They are trying to break into data engineering field in 2025, and they are seeking some advice. And you feel that from a non-tech background, it's completely okay, and that piece of advice you want to give to them.
So it's completely okay for non-technical background or technical background. It doesn't matter at all. All we just need to start with, like, pick up with some like anything like SQL or DSA or anything like something related to the data thing. Like pick up with SQL, understand data modeling basics, like how the data, like how we segregate the data, how we convert them into the tables or any kind of thing, and then slowly build on like either cloud and some big data tools. Like we'll be having so many big data tools, right? Like but SQL will plays like major role on data engineering side. As
Mhm.
of now, the present market is totally on the SQL. Like from last 2 years I was been working on the SQL. Like it makes me, SQL is my favorite language right now. Like when I was in BTech, right, I don't know a single line of SQL. Like I felt
Yes.
Python is very easier than SQL, but when I started with SQL, right, it's very simple, like normal English we can say. So start with the SQL, then understand the data modeling basics. Divide the data modeling basics into different types, and then go for the cloud. Then go for the big data tools. Like it is also like from the single step to the big step. Like consistency beats intensity here. Like consistency can make you to anywhere. Like whatever you want to achieve. Like every day we need to work on it.
Completely with you. The reason I'm with you on this is because success would mean to you more when you consistently focus on that specific goal. You were not very much hands-on with the sequel, and then I think it was a no-brainer for you in terms of Python. Then gradually you
Mhm.
increased your confidence and you pushed yourself harder on the aspects of trying more, about SQL. And then it
Yeah.
again became a no-brainer for you to with a sequel, and you are working since a few years on sequel and completely going through with that. I think that's completely on the people how they want to thrive through.
Yes. Like how they want to work on, like what they want to work on. My part is data. I want to either work on data side or nothing. Like I love
Hmm.
playing with data and some, like I love web development and web testing, all those things also, but I'm not much interested on that side because I started with the data, which I have more interest. Like if you do what you love, right, that makes you feel happy. Like every day we can go to the work. Yeah.
So you have started from scratch completely on sequel, and people are also there who are watching this video or maybe watching this video, and they have no idea about SQL, and they understand they want to go into data engineering. So any platforms that you would need to mention about, or you tried from different maybe open source about
So
SQL.
mostly on YouTube and then from Udemy. These
Mhm.
two the things that like SQL, like where I learned SQL is mostly from the YouTube and the Udemy. There was one
Okay.
course, Udemy, like Hero to Zero in Udemy.
Hmm.
You will become really hero after going through that and if you practice that.
Okay. That is something, a medium that
Mm.
people can uh take as a course, and they
And
can
the
go
practice
ahead
is also very important.
practicing also very important. Yeah, if you take a course just and not implementing it thoroughly, I think that's again
Yeah.
a big would be big hard on you. So how much do you think that a candidate's background in SQL, DSA, and system design really matter in the interview rounds? Do they ask a lot
Oh,
of these things?
so it really matters, but differently. Like SQL is
Hmm.
not negotiable. We need it in daily basis. Like if you are using the Databricks for the data, like at least you'll not, if they're not using SQL also, you will do
Hmm.
that. You will understand the better way of data. So a
Okay.
DSA shows your problem solving ability. Even if you don't use advanced algorithms every day, simple design is
Mhm.
critical for the senior roles because that's where you design scalable solutions.
Understood. The focus depends mostly on SQL, but other things, if they can take care of it, it would be great on the
Yes.
interview part, right? So, do you think in coming times, this is a very, burning question in today's world. So, do you think in coming times, AI would be a threat to the data engineering role? that you are currently working in?
So, like, I want to say an example for this. Like, when last week I connected with the college students, like my college
Mm-hmm.
people, the most of the questions they are asking me, like, Akka, like, how Akka came, like, how can I believe in software like that? So, I don't think it's a threat. It's mostly like your partner. Like, ChatGPT helped me in so many ways while today I was working. I'll go for the ChatGPT for every small reason. AI
Mm-hmm.
can like automate certain task. Okay, but someone still needs to design, monitor, and optimize the data pipelines, right? Like it will give the
Mm-hmm.
answer for you, like will uh, segregate the task for you, but you can't build a design and monitor it. You can't do all those things, right? AI will makes us more productive, not replace us. It's a partner with us.
Understood. There is a
Mhm.
friend in every podcast we speak from
Yes.
different people, and they share the same idea that
Mm,
make it your best friend, and it will never
yes.
replace you. It will
So
enhance your
we need to
capacity of
learn.
doing
We
tasks.
need to learn using AI. That is the best thing we
Exactly.
need. Like you see that if you're scrolling Instagram, right? People will ask for if you want a prompt, comment down.
And they all comment prompt.
Prompt. Like what is a prompt? That is what AI will
Mm.
understand. So we need to learn how to use AI. That will help us a lot. Like every day I'll start using when I open laptop, right? For even single mail, I'll open my chat GPT and I'll search like I want to send a mail like this, convert into a good format. As openly
So
telling, it's my best friend. Like in my entire 2 years journey, AI is like more supportive and more best friend in the IT.
true. I mean, AI should be our best friend because today so
Yes.
many things are happening. Like people are building agentic AI for their use cases, and they are solving their use cases. And more to come in the times ahead. And we would get to experience AI completely not taking over, replacing us, but they won't replace us. But it would be a really a good friend to execute more of the task in less time.
Become a partner. Yes. Yeah.
True. So, what is the biggest failure or rejection on the career journey that you had so far? And if you had any rejection or failure and you want to share, and how did you bounce back from it? Was there any specific obstacle that you faced really hard?
So there are a lot. When I started my career, like when I started searching, right, like my biggest rejections were early on. When I failed multiple interviews, people rejected me because of my communication skills. Like, it's not because of
Okay.
communication. If you go for the first interview, right, people always like, I'm a fresher. I'm going for an interview. I cannot speak like a pro. I'll get scared. I'll fear. Right. That was my first rejection based on
Mm-hmm.
communication. So I never quit. Like I was crushed, but instead I was like I never quit. I treated them as a lessons. Like first time when I got a lot of scared, like while attending the interview, right? I don't know, like
Mm-hmm.
what the first interviewer asked me like how to prepare biryani. That's my favorite dish, and I
Mm.
was not able to answer that. So I
Okay.
learned from there. Like it's like instead of quitting, I learned the lesson. Don't get scared. Like if you have that courage to say how to make a biryani, he will understand. So every rejection make me a clear roadmap and of how like what to improve. Like I overcome my fear first in the first interview. Then the second I overcome with the technical skills and like probably like I paid off after a lot of rejections.
It pays off when you are consistent again. Consistency is the name
Yeah.
of the game, I think. And
Never
probably
quit.
you need to be hard on yourself, sticking there and seeing it take off at the end of the day. So, Vani, tell me one thing. What does a senior data engineering day to day typically look like? What do you do? What do you guys do?
So it's a mix
Okay.
actually. Like from the mornings, it starts with the stand ups. Then we'll go for like if the project is starting right, we'll go for designing. After few days, we retrieve the data from the pipelines or the database or something like that, and handling production issues. Like after getting the data from the databases, we'll keep it in a like we'll to the pipelines, and then if there are any issues, right, we'll go for the production issues. Like if there are any issues, we'll collaborating with the analysis team and data scientist team and data testers, and sometimes researching new tools to improve efficiency. Like if we are
Mm-hmm.
facing a lot of issues in the thing, right, like in the data, we'll go for the new tools,
Mm-hmm.
like where we can reduce. It's not just coding, it's a lot of problem solving and communication with the team, and like seeing the problem, like how you solve that problem,
Approach it.
approaching the problem. Yeah.
I think critical is in critical thinking and how to approach a problem with a clear direction is very important.
Yes.
And I think in every part of the role that becomes a major contributing factor probably.
Yes.
So do you use more of the AI these days in your role whenever you are stuck and you ask questions?
Yes, I'll ask every day. Every day I'll
That's
go for
nice.
AI. Like, so when I think of logic, right, you'll get some
Hmm.
logic in your brain. But if you
Hmm.
implement, right, day by day, the syntax will change. The new things will come. We don't we might not have it. Like we have the newspapers now for like what's going on daily. Like we cannot go to the Udemy and we'll going to the Google and we check what is update today. What like any syntax change or any new thing came in this
Hmm.
database. We cannot do that. If I go to the AI, right, AI will give the new thing. Like
Hmm.
it will search in a entire Google and it will give the new thing. So I'll go with the AI. Like I'll never eliminate AI in my life.
I understand because on top of it, how you build things through the help of AI makes a major change,
Smartest,
and
yes.
that cannot be taken away from you. Uh,
Yeah.
the more days are growing in your role, I think the more AI will come to your help. And everyone, we
Yes.
appreciate you to use AI and take a course maybe and implement AI more and more. It's
Yes.
only for your good.
Yeah. It's
So, how important is in your role do you see coding compared to problem solving skills? Coding is very important in data engineering role.
both are important, but problem solving takes the lead. If you want to start a coding, but
Okay.
we need to know the problem, right? Like what to do. Like problem solving takes the lead. You always like pick up with the syntax of a Python or
Mm.
SQL. That is fine. But if you don't know that, like what to solve or like how to construct it, code won't help. Code won't help. Problem
So
solving
you have to
mindset.
have the base.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So like you work in daily basis on data engineering role, and there you would also like to ensure the data quality is being maintained while dealing with massive, complete set or complex set of data sets. So how do you ensure that data quality is at the point and at the center?
So data quality, right? Like after the ended process is done, we'll go with a lot of checks. Like we'll go with the unit testing, where the developer will check whether the data is there in the tables or not. Then we'll go with the checks like duplicates, nulls. All those these checks will be there. There is an entire different part of testing
Hmm.
for that. That for all the entire data, either with the pipelines or the flow or everything, even with the tables. Like till the UIT, SIT, all the process, the testing is very much important.
So data is being ensured that testing happens thoroughly and data quality is being maintained.
Yes.
So today, if you were not a data engineer, what career would you have?
Oh, that's a typical question. Probably something related to analytical side, maybe some product management or something in research. Actually, we did a research in triple IT, like AI triple E. Like I was in a Google with AI triple E. We did some project for the government where we can get the current bill to your mobiles every day. Like
Hmm.
today's how much is today? So we can make it figure out like I want to get only 150 rupees per this month. I'll maintain how many hours I need to use per day like that. We
Hmm.
did the project and that was certified by the government. It was in the Google. You can search my name and you'll
Hmm.
get that. So I'll
So you,
definitely go something related to analytical side. Like I love roles where logic and creativity more together, both.
I think that
Mm.
opens up in new boundaries, and you have more thinking, cap on, and you understand various things how to, operate from. And I think
Yes.
that is the biggest thing in every role that you put your thinking cap on and, solve the problems as much as possible. I think creativity is more important in solving those through critical thinking.
Yes.
So, Vani, there have been a lot of questions, and you learn new tech skills or tools every now and then. How do you
Mm.
balance with the new demands of your role? Because your role must have been some demands. Like to think
Definitely.
creatively, you need to understand the rules of the role, right? And there have been more demand in your role. So how do you, facilitate the demand with the trending skill set?
So, like, as I working in a IT company, not only for this role, for every single project, there will be their requirements from the clients. So, like, everyone has to need to learn with the new things. So,
Mm-hmm.
I usually dedicate a small and like consistent chunks of time, like even 30
Mm-hmm.
minutes a day, a new tool adds up. I always try
Okay.
to apply new learnings in my work. So, it's not
Okay.
just a theory. But while you're like, if I went to the new project, right, a team will help you with the new skills. Like like if anybody of the team knows that, they will help me. They'll help me to do practically also. I'll spend more
Okay.
time after coming home. Like I'll spend at least 30 minutes to at least check what I learned today, how to implement that tomorrow, like that. So I'll spend at
Understood.
least small amount of time for that new skills.
Okay. I think rewinding or recapping on the old skills are also important, and
It's
getting
very important.
hands-on on the new skills. The more we grind ourselves, I can call it
Yes.
as,
Mm.
and the more you get habituated to get hands-on the new skills. That matters the
Mm.
most for every role, I think.
Yes.
So I have seen your LinkedIn profile, and you have built up a great show there, and you post as well. So how
Sure.
does someone in today's world who wants to work in such a role showcase their LinkedIn profile and makes it so well that they get interview calls from different HRs of different top or big companies? How do they do it? Any piece of advice that you want to give it to?
Yeah, again, I'll say it like, keep it clean. Like keep your profile very clean. Like highlight your skills with the specific keywords. Like if a person is seeing your profile, the keywords need to be highlighted, and showcase your projects or achievements rather than just responsibilities. It's my
Okay.
responsibility. Like I did this I took the responsibility for this project. I took the no, nobody is asking about your responsibility. That's your responsibility totally. So showcase
Mhm.
your projects or achievements. So adding personal posts about learning or challenging out also boost your visibility. So
Mm.
recruiters love seeing activity, not just a static profile, right? At least we need to change something every day. We need to learn, like new things are coming. We need to, again, we need to go there. Yeah.
I think, do they also do some kind of certifications and add to their LinkedIn profile that it gets visibility in terms of seeing it from the HR?
Yes, we can add any number of certifications in your LinkedIn profile, and like that's also really help. Like oh, not only a basic certification, there will be some examination after the certification, right? That makes your profile more impactful. Yeah.
So basically, I feel the LinkedIn is something that is a complete showstopper. It can be a showstopper if someone wants to showcase their profile, and
Yes.
it needs to be designed, well designed. It has not to be too much casual, I think. Make it
Mm.
professional, maintain it so well that it gets in the eye of the one who wants to recruit you.
Yes. So like before when
Right?
I started when I started, right, I don't have LinkedIn profile. I was not aware what is LinkedIn is. Like after building my LinkedIn profile and consistently posting the profile posts or something like that, lot of HRs like ping me like we have a opening in our company. Do you want to join? We'll refer for you.
Mm.
These are the skills. Even though if I don't have that skills, the people are asking me to change my resume based
Okay.
on their requirement. So that helps.
Understood.
Like they'll
Understood.
understand she's a learning. She's really posting something. She's learning something and she's showcasing that skills to everyone. They'll understand. She's
Mhm.
ready to learn new things. So that really helps.
I think
Like
yes,
keeping your link.
learning, keep learning, constant learning,
Yeah.
and I think be persistent in what you do. That
Mm,
would be something that people can take from you from this video.
yes.
It was a nice conversation, Vani. Enjoyed it thoroughly, and thank you so much for joining in this session. It was a true privilege and very great to.
So I like thank you so much, Joy. I really enjoy the video, and I'm very grateful and like feeling so gratitude for this interview and people who watch this. Maybe they'll learn at least to upskill. I don't want to say anything. Learn something new. Try like whatever you love, learn that and try to implement that in your daily life. That's the only thing people needs to do. The consistency of doing the things that you love. Thank you so much for the
Completely with you. It was my pleasure.
my pleasure
Thank you
also.
so
Thank
much.
you so much.